Everyone, welcome to our first video in the Onshape tutorials for FTC Robotics series.
My name is Anvita and I'm the lead of the design category on our team. In this series, we're going to walk you through everything you need to know to start designing your own robot parts using Onshape, even if you've never used CAD before. In today's video, we're going to specifically focus on what Onshape actually is and why it's such an important tool for robotics teams like ours. By the end of this video, you should have a clear understanding of what Onshape does, how it works, and why we use it before building anything physically. Let's get started. So first, what exactly is Onshape? Onshape is a cloud-based 3D CAD software. CAD stands for Computer-Aided Design, which is just a different way of saying that it allows you to design parts and systems using a computer instead of drawing them by hand. With Onshape, you can create detailed 3D models of parts and then combine those parts into full assemblies like a robot. One of the biggest advantages of Onshape is that it runs entirely in your web browser. That means you don't need to download or install anything onto your computer. You can just log in and start designing. Another important feature is that your work is automatically saved online. You don't have to worry about losing files or forgetting to save your progress. Everything updates in real time. This also makes collaboration really easy. Multiple team members can work on the same design at the same time, which is super helpful for robotics teams where different people are working on different parts of the robot. So why do we actually use Onshape for FTC? In robotics, designing before building is extremely important. Instead of guessing how parts will fit together, we can plan everything out in advance using CAD. With Onshape, we can make sure that all our parts fit together correctly and even before we touch any materials. This helps us prevent any mistakes and saves us a lot of time during the build process. We can also test how parts will move. For example, we can simulate things like arms, intakes, or drivetrains to make sure they function the way we want them to. Another big advantage is collaboration. Since everything is online, our team can access the design, give feedback, and make improvements. Finally, Onshape allows us to quickly make changes. If something doesn't work, we can edit the design instantly instead of rebuilding parts from scratch. For example, our team designed major components like the drivetrain and intake in Onshape first, which made the actual building process much faster and more efficient. Now let's take a quick look at the Onshape interface so you know what you're looking at when you open it. At the top of the screen, this is the toolbar. This contains all the tools you'll use to create sketches and 3D models. On the side, you'll find the parts list. This shows all the individual parts that exist in your current document. Above that is the feature tree. This keeps track of every step you take while creating a part so you can go back and edit things at any time. In the center, there's the assembly workspace, which is where you bring multiple parts together and connect them to form a complete system. Some of the most important tools you'll use are sketch tools, which allow you to draw shapes, like lines, rectangles, circles, and even more complex shapes too. These sketches are the foundations of your designs. Then there are also tools like extrude and revolve, which turn those 2D sketches into 3D objects. Finally, we have mates. Mates allow you to connect parts together and simulate how they move in real life. If this seems like a lot right now, don't worry. In the next videos, we'll go step by step through each of these tools and show you exactly how to use them. To summarize, Onshape is a powerful, cloud-based CAD tool that allows us to design, test, and improve our robot parts before building them in real life. It helps teams save time, avoid mistakes, and collaborate more efficiently through the design process. In the next video, we'll walk you through how to create an Onshape account and get started with your first project inside the software. Thanks for watching, and make sure to follow along with the rest of our Onshape tutorial series. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe.